This is the 308 with the 165 grain Sierra Game Kings. Geez, doesn't it send some downrange authority with that 308 round?
Hey guys, and welcome to Aussie Reviews. Well, today I'm checking out the DSA Arms SA58 rifle. Now this is a semi-auto rifle in 7.62x51 NATO or 308 Winchester. Now this rifle here, straight away you'll look at it, and if you do have the the age with you and you're around back when we used to train with these in the military, you used to remember them as the mighty SLR. Well, this rifle basically is a metric conversion of the SLR. So, you wouldn't be wrong in saying, hey, that's an SLR you got there, Aussie, because it's virtually a metric copy. That's all it is. But made by DSA Arms in the US. So I'm hoping that I'm going to get fairly good reliability and great performance from the rifle, just like I did when I used the old SLR. Now, having a look at the rifle, first thing about it, 308 Winchester semi-auto, so that makes it category D here in Australia, okay? So that means it's fairly heavily restricted. Any of you who are watching from overseas or you don't understand the categories here, just have a look at the review I did on the Australian gun laws, because I explained all those categories and obviously the genuine reasons. So my genuine reason for having this is feral pest control. I found that the 223 was good, but in different situations with different feral pests like scrub bull, then you really want the downrange authority of the 308, and that's why I got this rifle. So let's take a look at it. I'll do a run by first of all, and then I'll show you what it comes with, and we'll go into a couple of specs about the rifle. As you can see, a few different upgrades if you're familiar with the old SLR. The main thing is that basically you've just got a lot of synthetic and polymer. So your handguard, your pistol grip, stock, it's all polymer, okay? But all your main parts here are all steel, just like the old SLR. So it comes with a manual naturally, heaps of information there about breaking down the rifle and maintaining it. So if you do get one, obviously read the manual. It comes with a basic sling. Okay, I haven't got that on because I actually have never fired this particular rifle, so I want to get out and sight it in just prior to actually doing a contract this afternoon. So yeah, we'll see how it all goes anyway when we get to that part of the review. Let's run into some stats on it now, guys. The weight of it, any of you who remember using the old SLR will remember it wasn't exactly a lightweight, whereas a lot of blokes used to say it's definitely no M16. So you really feel like you're holding a real rifle when you hold this rifle. It's 4 kilo or 8 3/4 pounds in weight, and that's without the Picatinny rail, that's without the optic, and that's without the loaded magazine. So overall, it's 109 centimeters or 43 inches in length. So look, it's a fairly long rifle, I guess, in some standards of today. But look, it's I didn't want to go for the shorter barrel versions. I mean, this one I've got here is a 21 inch or 53 centimeter barrel, and I wanted to stay with that being a 308. Whereas a lot of them nowadays, and even options for the SA58, you can get 18 and 16.5 inch barrels. But I just wasn't interested in that, mainly because of the, you start going down to 16.5 inch barrels. I imagine there'd be a fair bit of noise coming out of the 308 with that length of barrel. But anyhow, I just stayed with the 21 inch variety. Same with the magazine here. I stay with the old faithful 20 round magazine. You can get 30 round mags and also 10 round mags, but 20 was ideal for for my purpose. Now, operating side of the SA58 is pretty much identical to the SLR. You know, you've got your carry handle there. I mean, that's exactly the same. Your mag release, exactly the same. Push forward, magazine rocks out like the old SLR. Same with your action. As you can see, the action is back to the rear. I've got no rounds or anything here, and I never do when I do my reviews, as you know. But just to be on the safe side and do the checks, it's all clear. Now you've got on the other side here, you've got your charging handle, your lever. Okay, now obviously being in the rear, to move it forward, right down here just near the actual mag release on this side, you just push down and it'll just rock straight forward, like so. So then it's ready to go. Okay, your rear sights are adjustable as well. You push the button in and you can move them up and down as you wish. They're a peep sight. The front post sight is the same there. You can adjust it for elevation. And being a piston-driven firearm, which this is, and like the old SLR, you've got different gas settings at the front there. Now, I see some guys who have got the SA58 actually have this numbered from 1 to 7, but mine doesn't have it on it, but you can clearly see which is which. So there's 7 different gas settings there for the piston. So depending on your situation and what ammo you're using and everything, you can really adjust the rifle to suit your needs, which I just think is sensational. You've got sling attachments obviously on the rifle, and just a fairly generous kick pad at the rear as well. Just looking at the controls again, it's identical, as I say, to the old SLR. You've got your safety there, then fire, and also your takedown lever at the rear here. Everything's pretty much the same. It's just modernised with a metric conversion, that's all. So obviously, when you load the magazine, I'll show you from this side because it's a little bit more visible. Okay, so you've got your magazine, and what you need to do is you need to rock it in. Okay, so how it goes in is on an angle and then clicks in like so. Once that clicks in, it's held in, it's rock solid. Okay, so a little bit different from loading the mags like on the AR-15 or M16 for any of you who've been trained with them or use them, I should say. A bit different, okay, but once that magazine's in there, it's not going anywhere. So once again, to pull the action back, okay, the handle here on the charging handle is actually folding, okay, which is a really nice feature because obviously you can put it in out of the way, when you're shooting. But anyhow, to rock it back, just pull it straight back, and then obviously the action is open from there. Okay, so you can move the charging handle forward and back, and the action will stay open from there. Okay, so look, very basic really in its operation, but just very, very reliable. But I'm hoping that this rifle certainly won't let me down, and I'm certainly not expecting that to happen. So look, what's going to happen, guys, is I'm actually going to film the sighting in process for you. I've only got the red dot aim point on top there because I want that fast acquisition, but I'll just see what I can get with sighting it in and see what ammo it prefers, and film that for you. So let's get out and do that, and then I'll head out and do some work for the evening. Alright guys, so loading the magazine, very straightforward, very similar to like the AR mags. You just push down and then they just click straight into place. So yeah, really easy to load these. I suppose after a while your fingers might get a bit sore, but I find them quite good. And the magazines are rock solid too, fairly good quality there. The ammo I'm using is the Australian Outback ammo. This is the 308 with the 165 grain Sierra Game Kings. Now the reason I chose this ammo is because obviously it's a high quality ammo for a start, but those 165 grain Sierra Game Kings will kill any game here in Australia without a doubt. I'm positive of that.
It's a very, very good projectile, an excellent hunting projectile. So I want to get this sighted in for that, because obviously, as you know, my purpose is for feral pest control. So anyhow, we'll just start off, we'll just take 5 shots with it. We've got it warmed up obviously now, and I'll just see how I go out there at 100. Alright guys, having a look here, I mean I'm pretty happy with that. As you know, like any of you who saw my Ruger SR556 review when I did the sighting in process there, looking through that red dot, like the aim point, you can't tell where the shots are going there at 100. So, you know, I'm pretty happy with that. I was just trying to hold dead center, but I readjusted a couple of times, and look, the general hit or impact there I'm quite happy with, just with no magnification. So what I might do is because I could see it going into the hill here at the background. I mean, if we take a quick look there, you can see the channel going up the hill from the 308. But anyhow, what I might do, just to make sure that it's hitting in the correct place, is I'm going to try to hit this gong and just make sure I can hit that a couple of times, and then I think I'll be pretty much done with the sighting in process. Okay guys, so I got 20 rounds here in the mag. What I want to do, obviously the firearms work, I've got it sighted in relatively anyway now. What I want to make sure is just obviously if I'm going to take some really quick succession shots, that everything works perfectly. So I'm just going to run the mag through it now, and that'll complete the sighting in process. Alright guys, I'll finish up this review. I mean, what more can I say about the DSA SA58? I mean, just like the original SLR, this thing is an absolute workhorse, and geez, doesn't it send some downrange authority with that 308 round. Absolute beautiful rifle. So look, as I say, look, best place to get one of these is Cleaver Firearms. He deals and imports these directly, and excellent if you're an occupational shooter like myself, because really what a reliable firearm, as you can see just from the sighting in process here. So anyway guys, I'll put the link to Cleavers under this review, and you can check out their range in your own time. So till next time, take care, and we'll catch you then.